Hi everyone, you're welcome to my page Research Diary with Ido. Today I want to share with you some of the challenges I faced as a young scientist at entry level into my job as a research scientist. When I got my appointment letter, I was so excited, delighted. I was thankful and grateful to God that I was off the labor market because I got the job quite early. I was still a fresh graduate, just midway in my master's program when I got the job. So I was so delighted. I was full of expectations and high hope. I was dreaming of big things, you know, in the research work. When I resumed, still excited, elated by the fact that I was going to start earning some money and I was going to be financially buoyant as well. Now, but as I started, I realized that it was really a lonely road. It was actually tough for me because I was um, I had no mentor. That's one of the challenges I faced. There was no guide. There was nobody to tell me this is what you expected to do. This is how to go about it. I had no skills, remember? I had no mentor, no guide, no one to run to and say, okay, how do I go about this research journey? There was no one. And I'm sure a lot of people are going through that because of lack of mentor. So it was very lonely for me. I'll get to office, get to the libraries, read, try to see what kind of research I could do. I tried to identify gap. I wasn't able to do so. Another thing that was a challenge was the issue of funding. In Africa, the government puts a fraction of the GDP in funding research. In developed countries, there's huge funds for research, and so that's why the output is, I mean, it's noticeable, and it's also improving the quality of lives there. Here, um, generally, it's little investment, and then they got from the government, and then the government is the major donor for research in Nigeria and as well as many African countries, except where one gets international sponsors or donors. But government is actually the major source of funding for us in Nigeria and other African countries. So funding wasn't it at all. And then over the years, it has even dwindled. So funding was also a challenge, but there are solutions to all of this. And then poor laboratory facilities, and even when you think of an idea, you have no facility to use, and so that affected me. Basic things were not available. That affected me and others as well. I had poor access to resources, literature, to help me, acquired knowledge to help me follow the current trends in my field, because the library was mostly old journals were what you find in the library, and then the internet had not, though when the internet phase at that time, but it was not as dominant as it is right now. Then we had to go to cyber cafe and then do um, the night browsing. Yes, I'm sure some people will relate well with this. We did night browsing. Then I just got newly married to my husband, and so we'll go to the cyber cafe Friday night and then do night browsing in order to be able to get some information that we could use in the course of the week. You know, that was a challenge. It was a major challenge because when you do not know what's happening in your field, you don't know the gaps, and how do you move on from there. Another challenge was actually I lacked writing skills, publishing skills. I didn't know how to go about writing, doing science writing. So all of this was really distressing and discouraging for me, and it dragged for a long time.